Had to find my glasses, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Here for Married to Medicine. I'm glad to see y'all in the building. Let me just put on my glasses so I can actually see. I see y'all. Thanks for being here. Y'all ready for this? Miss Gomez is back. Somebody said, you know what? Disappointed to see Miss Gomez back because it's probably a fake storyline. I don't really know what to get from this just yet. I got to think a little bit more. So give me time. But I get what you're saying. Hey, Back Panthers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You said, yeah. I, I don't know. But it is a little suspicious, right? Because she said she was not coming back. So you got to give me time. You got to give me time to see how I feel about whether I think that storyline is a little fake or not. Especially because, her parents just went home just like that. uh, we, we we gotta talk about it. We're gonna get into it. Hey, boy, yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
All is well, all is well. Hey, Ashley, thank you for being a member. I love all my members in the building. Hey, Fifi, thank you. Oh, how to just hit the join button. I don't think you can do it from your phone. I think you have to do it from your computer. Someone was telling me that you have to do it from your computer. I don't think you can do it from your phone. But I would love if you become a member. Thank you so much. Hey Tony, listen, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, okay? Because it helps me out. So yeah, at least the kids are happy. Pinto beans for all. I'm trying to tell you, okay? Miss Gomez is back in the building, okay? Miss Gomez is back in the building. So, I guess because Quad kind of really doesn't have a storyline outside of her nephew, she's being a charade. She's being a bone collector, okay? So she goes over to Anila's house and she pretty much tells Anila, listen, all the ladies are hating on you. They telling everybody that this was staged, that you did this for whatever particular reason. Now Anila's house is Fort Knox. It's like cameras everywhere. Every time you walk and move, it's like beep, 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 beep. Okay. It's just cameras everywhere. She said that Quad claims she was disappointed in Simone and Contessa. She said Contessa was asking a lot of questions about, your robbery. And she said that all the ladies feel it was staged. And Anila is just standing there like, wow, this is sad. And I will say this because Anila, they work with them, right? How did Anila get robbed twice? Did they turn off the ring? It says, well, she got robbed twice.
I just know about the one.
I just know about the one. Yeah, I just know about the one, right? And then here's what Quad is messy. I mean, I guess her and Toya are going through something. She told Anila, she said the streets are talking. Toya is sleeping around. Okay. She said Toya is sleeping around town. So that was just hecka messy. I was like, Quad, this what you doing, Quad? Okay. At Anila house, just dropping dimes and starting mess and just making things messier than they already are. But what did you think about Anila and Quad, Brienne?
I mean, hey, Quad is collecting that check. She is doing her job. It's about time somebody else bring the drama other than my girl Heavenly. I mean, come on, somebody else do
Oh,
their job.
so
Let's
you
get this
you
check.
want you want other people you want other people to work.
Yes, we tired of looking like the bad guy.
Man, who said
We tired
Anila
of
is
looking like
pulling
the
out a
bad guy
Dorit
in this.
storyline? Woo! I mean,
Yeah. I
I,
mean, so
I'm
like, okay, this is where I don't agree with like them talking about Anila trying to set up or stage her own robbery. Like, I don't feel like she would be so the way she was on social media talking about it, really trying to figure out what's going on. You can really tell that this is something serious that has happened. Like, it still got her shook. And like I said before, I just couldn't imagine somebody coming and invading that my privacy like that. Yeah, I
me
believe it.
either.
And I think it
Yeah,
was
I believe it too.
inappropriate for them to talk about her like that, like I said last week. It was just horrible. Like, where's the compassion? Even if you do have those feelings, can we at least extend the compassion first and then, throw our shade later?
I feel the same way. Celine, thank you for being a member. I truly appreciate it. You're right. Where is the compassion? And like she said, these are all educated women, and this is how they acting. Like, I'm gonna go online, I'm gonna play it off to this particular level, and what am I benefiting out of it? Because it's not like you get an insurance check that quick, and you got to
Exactly.
prove. You
That's
got
an
to prove
investigation.
what. What? Because they want to know, like, I can't just be saying, oh, my great grandmother ring was here and it was worth $500,000. They're gonna be like, nah, do you have some pictures of that ring? Get out
Hello.
of here. Did you put that
Receipt.
ring on a policy? Yes, come on. Anila is not lying. She's overreacting like Dorit. I don't think she's lying either. And I think they're being absolutely messy. Absolutely messy. I really didn't like that. But Quad didn't help. Okay. So now we go to this scene, which I thought was crazy. You know, Curtis and Jackie, I'm not sure what's going on between them two. So because she sends Curtis to the store because they about to entertain Sisu and Simone, and she sends Curtis to the store, and he brings back all pork, and she's like, I don't eat pork. I mean, Curtis, do you know your wife? Did you, like, what's going on here? Like, are y'all really living together? Like, I need to know what's going on. She was like, pork, 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 pork. She said, Curtis, I don't eat pork. What are you doing, Curtis?
What are we doing? I was so confused. But like I said last week, I feel like they are in the same place as Cecil and Simone. Like, they are just, they've been together for so long. It just makes sense to continue to cohabitate and do how we do. But there's also a part of me that feels that Curtis has never really shown Jackie that affection or that attention that I feel you would give your wife. But then again, I don't feel like she asks for it either, because she self-fulfills herself with the things that she does. She makes herself happy with the activities and the jobs and the things that she has. So I feel like it's difficult for them because they don't connect. It just looks weird.
It's weird. It looks weird, right? So wait, Zelene said Anila was quick to say Toya was responsible for the break-in. I didn't like that either, at all. But with Curtis and Jackie, right? It's just something weird, and I think that she worked so much for so long. And I think he had a lot of resentment. But again, I say, when it's opposite, when your man has to be the one out there working that long, the lady knows how to figure herself around getting what she needs from her man. So Curtis owns a piece of this. Because he should have really been getting to know his wife, because if she's the breadwinner, then you need to hang in there while I make this money and we live a good lifestyle. You can't be complaining, but you enjoying the lifestyle. Like, he looks good. He's chilling. He ain't got to worry about a dime. Okay. But he's not that into her from what it appears on the screen. They're all messy boots, even Dr. Jackie. Yeah, Dr. Jackie is messy boo. She tries to act like she's above it all. But she's not above it all by any means, right?
No.
Yeah. Curtis wanted to taste a pig. because he brought all that pork home. He sure did. Okay. Yeah. And then, yes, I forgot about that, because Jackie did want to adopt, remember? And Curtis was like, no.
Curtis was like, no. Have like this guy is older. I don't know how long he has been around, but Curtis, have you seen this chocolate young man? He looks like he's in college years. He's always with Jackie, like really young guy.
Curtis already had a kid.
He does. He has a daughter.
Oh, that's not his kid.
He has a daughter, but there's this guy that she said publicly she adopted, that her and Curtis adopted. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do recall this. I don't know if I was watching a live that she was on, or maybe it was a live that Heavenly was on or something. But they do have a older male who is in college, who they kind of mentor, take care of things like that. Yeah.
They sponsored him. So I didn't know Curtis had a daughter, though. So the daughter, she's an adult?
Yes.
Was he married before?
He was previously married, yes.
Oh. Oh, that throws some
they
other,
talked
that throws
like
some
they've
dynamics
had.
in there.
Yeah, they've had dinner before. Curtis, the daughter, and Jackie. This was maybe season. Let's see, we in season 9, so I would maybe say 5 or 6, maybe. They all had dinner together.
To go back, I don't remember. I didn't even know Curtis had a little background there. Oh, okay.
Look, I had to go back because that original Blue Ridge trip, it just made me want to go back and watch the episode. So I did. I went back to season 2.
Well, you know what? Now you're gonna make me go back and do a little research. But those two, they're strange, different couple. Hava said, how old is the daughter? Do you know?
I would say maybe late 20s, early 30s.
Oh.
Yeah. She was in her teens when Jackie and Curtis got married. And, you know, they talked about that struggle of, you know, stepmom, stepdaughter, you know. Yeah.
Oh, Curtis, all right.
Yeah, man, Curtis got a story behind him now.
He got a little story trying to sit there, act all innocent and look all quiet.
So which is so funny to me why they are just so quirky this season, because it has never been like this. Even I feel like she had more compassion for Curtis after the whole cheating scandal than she does now. Like, it's just like Curtis is an afterthought for her, you know. It's like, oh, you're still here when I get home. Like,
just simply, you said it was the same cabin. That was the same cabin, the Blue Ridge cabin. I didn't think it was.
It was different.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a more upgraded one. I think it was a more. Yeah, and it's beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. That
they
house.
had 2 houses when they went the original time, if you remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that is beautiful. So, you know, Cecil and Simone stopped by. They talk about how Jackie. Was that? No. How Quad's party went left. Was it Quad's party that they talked about how went left? How that how that went all the way left? Okay. And Jackie said, "Listen, we're all messed up. It's a hot mess going on right now." And that's when they decide they're going to go back to Blue Ridge, which, you know, we're going to see how good of an idea that turns out to be. But I get it. You want to try to make amends. You want to try to pull this group back together. Why not go for some relaxation? What did they call it? RRR, something they called it.
Relaxation, resuscitation, and something else.
Some nonsense. But listen, guys, I don't know if it's a storyline. I don't know what it is, but give it up. Miss Gomez is back in the building.
Welcome
Miss
back,
Gomez is back in the building. I was happy to see her. Dr. Karen was like, you know, life wasn't the same without her. We were willing to give her anything. I'm taking it as a mixture of several things. I'm almost taking it as a mixture of, maybe it could be a storyline, but I'm thinking they wasn't paying her right or doing her right. And she left and she wasn't going to come back. But now, you know, yes, she wanted more coins. Just something, I'm feeling that way. I'm feeling like they was trying to play her out. I feel like they didn't even really give her a nice room in that big old house. I feel like they was doing her dirty. And sometimes you got to lead people so they know what your worth is.
So your value.
And then, you know, when they see what life is like without you, then when you come back, then they're willing to give you what you was asking for before you left, which is sad, but that's what you got to do sometimes. Yes. I said pinto beans are back and the kids' tummy are full of gas. And yes, Anila birthed the pizza, okay? Anila birthed the pizza. It was just a hot mess, but I like Miss Gomez's character. I'm glad that she's back, but I will say this too. I'm going to miss the mom. The mom had some funny moments and gave us good TV. Karen was glad to see some good cooking. Exactly. Black Panthers, thank you for becoming a member. I truly appreciate it. So what do y'all think about Miss Gomez being back in the building?
You know, I'm excited about Miss Gomez being back, but you know, I'd be a little scared too, because y'all out here getting robbed and stuff. Do I really want to come back to work and say, you know, that's a little
wonder if they told Miss Gomez. You bring up a good point, Roy. I wonder if they told Miss Gomez.
Are we being honest?
Okay, that they just had a whole situation. Yeah, that
So
was messy.
I'm
Hey,
happy
Sheila.
she's back for Karen's poor, Karen, he needs some help. Poor Anila, she just, I really kind of think Anila was kind of doing this on purpose. How you burn everything you do, just everything, everything.
Well, you know what, Anila, she's not domestic. You see, Miss Gomez wasn't even gone that long, and you see, she had to call her mother in as backup. Karen has spoiled her. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? He spoiled the mess out of her. True and Blue said, Diva, they can't even let Miss Gomez bag hit the floor.
Exactly. They put her right to work. Miss Gomez said, well, let me go ahead and get on to work because I know ain't nothing been done. Nothing.
Oh my God. They sure did. Okay. They sure did. It was insane. Okay. Yes, they sure did. They put her right to work. She couldn't even breathe for 2.2 seconds. But I bet you now they got her in a nice room. What do you think occurs? Miss Gomez is back in the building.
I think that Anila knows how to plot a pretty good storyline. And I'm feeling that the plot didn't go in her favor because for two first. For one, she ended up getting jacked while Miss Gomez was gone. And for two, everybody started to judge her parenting. And three reasons. And for three, her mom came and made her house a sticky mess. Extreme storyline, because what human do you know that'll go on TV with cameras, make you a nice dinner, all because they're going to leave and nothing you can say will stop me? I got my own business. Is how Miss Gomez left. And then all you needed to do was offer her exactly what she was worth in the first place. Like, you didn't already try that. That doesn't really seem, it's not really, oh, wait, 2 + 2 is never going to be 16. And I think that in this case, the only for this 2 + 2 is a storyline. That's the only thing I'm thinking.
A lot of people are feeling that way. I fell for it. I fell for the storyline.
Yeah, because she got right to work because she knew it was part of the storyline. Have you ever restarted a new job and you immediately just start working before the manager even finishes telling you everything that's going to be going on in your new shift? She didn't even let them finish saying nothing before she was starting to work again because she was already aware of the parameters of the employment engagement.
But also, Curtis, maybe that deposit with the new pay hit as soon as she got to the dough. So she was like, okay, you came through with the money, so I got to show up and do my thing with my pinto beans.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. And this right here is facts, okay? Ever since Ms. Gomez left, they have more pizza than they ever seen in their life. Remember when they went to Vegas, Dr. Karen served them pizza. After the robbery, they had pizza. Tonight, Ms. Gomez comes back, they got pizza. We needed Ms. Gomez back in the building, okay? You are right, Black Panthers. Pizza was on the menu ever since she left. Go ahead. What was you going to say, Royanne?
So, do we think maybe that Miss Gomez may have set up this whole robbery situation? Because
no, don't do that to Miss Gomez.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't do that!
I mean, I love Miss Gomez, but you got to get your hustle on too. Look, if you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna take what I want. So, hey,
don't you do that to Miss Gomez, okay? We're not doing that. You know I love my Miss Gomez, okay?
Can we backtrack 2 seconds?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Curve. Yes.
Did Anila say Toya did this, or did she say, do you think it's a setup?
She asked, do you think it's a setup? I don't think
That's what I heard too. I don't think that everybody implied that Toya might have had more to do with it because of the party and because of how she was acting. But I didn't hear Quad or Toya really speak the words that, Toya did this. But everybody's inferring that they did somehow say that. And I just feel it's a natural thing. Like if the girl you're beefing with had a party the night you got robbed, anybody with a sense in their head, with a neuron flashing in their mind will think, did that bitch do that to me? That's going to be a natural thought.
It is. And not only that, Curves, I personally think, I don't think Toya orchestrated it, but I think someone that is in her circle did it. to me.
That Carmita, what's her name? Carmita.
Baby D.
I thought it was real funny that she always, if y'all think about it, Toya always has somebody around.
Yes.
Whether they're on camera or not, she always has someone around. Last season, when Heavenly had that little tournament at her basketball court, she brought somebody to that. Was that last season?
Exactly.
I don't know. But she brought her little friend to that and got a whole jump off. She got a whole jump off at Quad's house. You know, she always is intertwined with some kind of mess. So
you saying Toya's friends are shady?
Hell yes.
Yeah. Toya is shady. Toya is. So of course.
She brought that girl to jump a cast member twice. So far, she's brought a person to jump somebody on cast twice.
Yeah. But not only that, Diva, we're not gonna call her Carmita. We're gonna call her by her real government name, Baby D. That's what we're gonna call her. We're gonna call her Baby D. That's who you call when you're in trouble. You don't call Carmita, call Baby D, because that's the energy she was given when she was ready to. Well, technically, she popped Anila in the head and shoved her, according to Heavenly.
She did.
Which is crazy. Lord. Like, who are you? I would have said the same thing. Get this trash up out of this house, putting her hands on me. Yeah. Well, what was you doing here? She not even a cast member. Why is she here?
You're not even medicine, my love.
I feel like Quad did imply, in my opinion, well, I took it as an inflammation, that she implied when her and Heavenly were on FaceTime that Toya had something to do with that robbery. I do think that she implied that.
She did.
No, but Heavenly said it. But Heavenly said it first, though. Heavenly's like, you think Toya did it?
She asked Quad, and Quad said, well, add it up. Toya had a party that night. Da-da-da-da-da.
But Roya, here's the thing, though. But this is the same thing Kurz was just saying. Like, literally, like, if I'm beefing with a heifer and she have a party in our same gated community and all my get stolen, I'm gonna be looking at you like you a part of it, or you know someone who did it. And not only that, Carrie said that Toya told her that there was a hit on Anila, and we know Carrie's English and British, so I don't think she meant someone wanted to kill Anila, but she could have meant someone's out to get her. So if that Toya said that to Carrie, and Carrie, she's not really known to lie and make stuff up on this show. So I'm like, the fact that she said that, and then Toya won't be like, well, I'm gonna sue you, and she's like, well, bring it, lets me know that Toya knows who did it, and she's not saying anything about it.
Yeah, because she brings Carrie everywhere. She was on that trip last year when they went to meet to the Million Man March. She brought her to Heavenly's house when they had dinner one time. It's like she always in flyers for Carrie to be around. And then now that you carried and told the real business, now you want to be mad at her. Now you want to sue her and be upset. You know what's up. You know what's really up.
That's facts, Royer, because on top of it all, Carrie's is only Toya's friend, y'all. All these years that Carrie's been on the show, it's only because she's only ever known Toya. And now they're beefing, like they completely fell out because Carrie told what Toya told her only friend on the show. Okay. The plot is getting just thicker and thicker than a Snicker.
Carolyn, hold on 1 second. Carolyn, thank you for the super stick. I truly appreciate it. Listen, things are going to get heated. Apparently the reunion is going to be hot, smoking hot. But I will say this: if Toya knows something about this robbery, shame on her, because that is extremely low. That's gutter low.
Shame on her and Eugene, because Eugene knows too.
You're putting Dr. Eugene Harris the third in this?
The way Eugene sat up there and was messy in that closet. Eugene asked Toya, he said, so what do you want to ask the ladies? I really want to, Jackie to tell her, that we do not do that in this group. And I want to question Anila about da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I agree. You do need to do that. Why are you? It's just giving me Peter Thomas all over again. Patricia.
And isn't it so
get out of here.
That they don't do that? They don't bring a gossip around, but they'll bring somebody to jump your ass in this group. But we don't bring people to talk about you, but we bring people to jump you, Toya. Really?
I mean, you may not like Quad, you may not like her mannerisms, but she was right. 2 + 2 is not equaling 4 in this situation.
No,
Oh, the math is not mathing.
It's not.
I have to.
Somebody messing with the church's
y'all
money.
do a lot of information my way. I gotta think about it. But let's get to Dr. Contessa's competition, right?
Had to close the laptop.
Baby got Buffy.
Some things happened at this competition. Her daddy was there, and what's going on here? We got Toothless, not homeless.
But no,
going on.
But no, Diva, Heavenly gave him new teeth.
Huh?
She did teeth.
She's mad at Heavenly, and so she made him take them teeth out his mouth because she's
You
mad at
think
Heavenly.
Dr. Heavenly repoed the teeth?
Yes. No, Contessa repoed the teeth. She said, I am not friends with Heavenly, so you got to take those suckers out of your mouth, Dad.
Oh my God. Listen. I didn't know if Heavenly repoed the teeth. I don't know if her daddy was doing like Marlo's mom and just lost the teeth. Like, come on, because Contessa bought this man some teeth. And I'm like, what is the
Diva
situation is going on here?
She didn't buy the teeth. Heavenly did it for free.
Heavenly did that for free.
Well, that was okay. I know the heavenly angels are in the building. I'm sorry, okay? Heavenly gave the teeth for free, okay? But either way, he has some teeth. And I was like, where is this man's teeth? And that's Lorraine. We're gonna give it up right now. That body was everything. And she's 45. Her body.
How?
What? Listen, her trainer did the darn thing.
Yeah.
Heavenly body was everything. I have nothing to say on this. I want to get some yoga.
I agree. Yes.
Fifi, I'm not playing with you tonight. But yeah, I was just mad at Dad because I'm like, yo, she done paid for your teeth, and this is what you're doing. Yes, I don't care what you feel about Contessa. That body was everything. But was it me? Scott's eyes were like wondering a little bit. He even turned to his daughter and said, oh, she dancing like you. That was his way of saying, damn, she looked good. Talking about some other chick on the stage, okay? Listen, Contessa little daughter, she cute, but she got a little mouth on her. She mouthy.
Yeah.
We've been saying this.
Yeah, we have. But now I'm seeing it more and more. Little mama's gonna be a little problematic, okay? She a little mouthy. And but like I said, and Contessa won, that was a little, the other people got ripped off because she was there. I'm not saying Contessa body wasn't ready, but I'm just like, okay, this Contessa just won. Like, come on, y'all. Like, all right.
You really scripted that for the show?
For production.
I thought it was. I did.
It was.
I mean, and I thought Contessa looked amazing. But I was like, really, y'all serious right now? She just won. Now look, I'm going to need these folks to please don't leave home without your teeth. Yes, no shade, pun intended. Just realness. Come on now. I'm trying to tell you, your children are purchasing teeth for you with their good money, and you just gonna leave home with her. Yeah, you know what, Celine?
The answer to that question.
I
Dr. Heavenly
that way too.
Dr. Heavenly just mentioned, she just did a live reviewing all of this, and she said the reason nobody was there is because it happened after the season wrapped, for one. And for two, she said she wasn't going to go nowhere. And for three, she said nobody really likes Contessa that way.
Contessa, exactly. Exactly, and that is
but
the truth.
Mostly it happened after the season.
But not only that, Curves, most of the other like women are doctors, and they're actually like in demand. I don't think Contessa is in demand with Dr. Scott at the family medicine office. I'm just saying, allegedly.
Okay, so hold on. So none of these ladies supported her because it happened after the season. Well, I have to say this: shame on them. Shame on them.
Let me add this. Toya.
Shame on Simone. Dr. Simone.
Shame on Simone. That's who we need to be shamed on because those are your buddies.
Because those are your campus buddies.
Yeah, so shame on them.
Because Heavenly stuff after the season, and Quad will show up. Dr. Jackie will show up. Anila will show up. So I'm like,
that, you know what though, I didn't even think about that until you said it. So they all get an F from me. They raggedy. And let me tell you what Buffy said. Buffy said, Buffy, yes, she has a YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel.
No.
And Buffy said they are all jealous of Contessa. And now, with y'all telling me that nobody showed up because it happened.
Say that again. They jealous of Contessa? Contessa?
We did the lean to the same side at the same time.
We were like,
you took me out with that one, and that was a good one.
I'm telling you what Buffy said, okay? Y'all want to listen to Dr. Heavenly lies all day long. I'm just trying to tell y'all what Buffy said, okay?
First of all, Diva, the fact that Buffy is talking about this show and she's been removed almost like 5 seasons, we get it. We don't agree with what Dr. Jackie did, but the person you really should have been mad with was Dr. Simone, because she was your OBGYN and spreaded your business to Dr. Jackie. So if anything, you should be mad at the both of them. But the fact that you keep talking about this, and Jackie apologized profusely about that situation. She did. And granted, people can take it or leave it, like if they done it to them, like you can't tell people how long to hold on stuff. But at this point, it's like you're beating a dead horse. Jackie not even thinking about you. You're just an afterthought. Matter of fact, you're a footnote in the Married to Medicine history. So leave it alone and be gone.
Yes, it's been 2 or 3 seasons, but Buffy still in her feelings. But hold on, we got to get back to this because y'all gave me some information I didn't even recognize and realize how none of them trolls was there. That's messy. That's nasty. That's dirty. They all get an F. They all get an F. They jealous. They jealous of Contessa.
Heavenly gets a pass. Heavenly gets a pass.
Why?
And she's not jealous because Contessa treated her like trash all season. I'm not doing nothing to Contessa's after you brought your daughter down to try to traumatize me. I'm staying away from your crazy self, and I don't care if you
your him.
Where was Simone?
Dr. Pancakes was over some.
No, we can hold them accountable because those were her friends this season.
Yes, and
where was Quad?
Yes, where was Quad? Where was Contessa?
Oh my God! I'm glad I didn't realize this until you told me.
Allegedly, Contessa tried to fight our girl, and Quad and our girl is like this. So
Well, no. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what Buffy also said. Buffy also said that if you don't kiss Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly's behind, you are on the outs, okay? You are outside. She said everybody has to kiss Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie's behind. And apparently, Buffy is right. Why did none of them chicks show up for Dr. Contessa after she had to eat apples and half an egg and all that to get into shape to do this competition?
Did you drink some of the juice today? Because you're starting to be a little more of devil's advocate. I'm gonna tell you why. Dr. Contessa may have the eye, but she does not have the T. She is not that girl. She is not that girl where everybody's going to show up for her in that state when there are no cameras. Even if there are cameras there, Contessa has not been given anything besides her fake feud with Heavenly that quickly got dispelled. And then what else? She was getting in shape and she's basically Toya's wingman. Come on now. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, Diva.
They wrong spoke, but let me read this. Okay, thanks for the super chat. It's strange to me that Kerry has been Toya's friend all of this time, but Heavenly conveniently got that allegation. Heavenly comes in between all of Toya's allies. Come on, tell it to the Heavenly Angels. Thank you. Thank you. Tell it to the Heavenly Angels. Thank you.
I only heard blah, blah, blah. What is she talking about?
No, she did.
Oh, come on, Delete. They still talk about Nene and she not on Roa anymore. Exactly. So Buffy has some information.
But, Nene was the cornerstone initiator of that.
Literally, she was there season 1. Buffy is not even a
fly-by-night drop-in situation after the boat had already left the station. The dinghies over there, lady.
Yeah, she was a sticky tab. We can put her in and pull her out, literally. Most people don't even know who Buffy is.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
So, okay. So
Buffy's a vibe killer instead of the vampire killer.
She was definitely a vibe killer.
Y'all gonna leave Buffy alone, okay? She's gonna leave Buffy alone. So listen, Contessa, I feel sorry for her now. That's just terrible. I mean, nobody showed up for her. Those ladies are just...
my mom always told me you got to be the kind of friend you want to have.
Come on now.
All right, let's move on. Quad said that Toya attacked Audra. Is Quad blind? Is Quad blind? Like really, Quad? Okay. Dr. Karen said there will be reckoning at Blue Ridge. Okay, he going to set these people straight.
He's probably the best husband on that show since Cecil, to me.
Yeah, yes, he is. He coming. Yo, Dr. Karen is no punk.
We like Dr. Daddy. We like Dr. Damon. Dr. Damon's good.
And then we can put Karen in next.
You know, we don't talk a lot about how Cecil usually has a drink in his hand, though. I feel like that gives him his, like he's kind of like a dude at a party that he's all laid, all the, you know what I mean? He comes off like, whereas Curtis needs Cialis for his personality and Jackie.
But here's the thing, though, Curves. Heavenly brought up that drinking on Twitter, and you see what happened there with her and Simone.
Yeah,
she did bring it up.
Yeah, she.
Well, y'all know, I have still yet to get on Twitter.
Get on Twitter. That's where all the goes down. That's where it goes down between these housewives and these medicine wives.
I'm gonna have to get on Twitter. Empress, you're beautiful. Listen, Empress, I don't even know you, but you're beautiful inside and out. Quad is delusional. Okay, delusional. Thank you for that. I appreciate your comment. She's delusional.
She wasn't delusional. So you saw how aggressive Toya was getting in her face and talking. Audra had nothing to do, but she had a titty bumper. Okay.
Right.
Listen, girlfriend, you said wait, Diva. Toya did not this start with Audra first. Gail, you know I love you too, but
Diva.
I'm not going back. I'm not going back down that path with y'all. Fifi says Cecil is a mixologist. He has a full bar down here. Listen, he does. He got to do something. He got to do something with his life. Okay. Oh, we got Ashley, Team Quad. All right, Ashley. Yeah. Cheers to you with this Team Quad. Whatever.
Miss Quad. Miss Quad. She got it. She got it.
So I thought when they went to the party planner and was talking about how much money they spent, I thought we was gonna get to see this Audra and Martin wedding. Boo hoo that we didn't get to see it. We got cheated. I don't need to see you going to no party planner if the wedding's not going to be on the show. That pissed me off. And that little piece, give me a minute, Curse. I'll let you talk about you, Miss Audra here. That little piece of the wedding that they did show.
That was my 9-year-old, sorry.
I know, that's okay. He's gorgeous. That little piece of the wedding that they did show, where did the money go? I ain't seen nothing glorious in the background, okay? Where was the money?
That reception looked like it was in one room.
Come on, Toria.
But
come on, Toria.
No.
It looked like Toria. Have you ever heard of like these little VF halls or a rec room, and you could throw a party and rent it out for a couple $100? That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like. Yes.
I can speak from the West African perspective. The money went into the singles that they were spraying on her and her husband so they can build a nice, fruitful life. So that's where the majority of the money is. It went right back into their bank accounts.
They get a money dance.
It's a spray dance. Like they spray money on them.
Yeah, and I didn't even see much money on the floor. The reception looked like it was in the basement. I'm trying to tell you. And you don't go to a party planner for no storyline, and then we don't get to see the wedding. Audra, you get another F. One more F, and you're going to be reduced to just a friend of the show.
But she is a friend of the show.
I don't think they had the money for no big, extravagant wedding, and so Bravo was not going to film that.
Dr. Heavenly said it didn't get filmed because she was technically a friend of the show.
And okay.
She's not a main cast member.
Well, you know what? You know what though? I don't even want her to come back, and I'm going to tell you why. So they show up to Blue Ridge, right? They show up to Blue Ridge, right? Oh, well, let me tell you what she did. She gave us the okie doke. They show up to Blue Ridge, and now this was fun shade. They both had on the champion sweatsuits. I thought that was funny. That was funny. I'm gonna give them points for that. That was funny, right? But y'all said y'all was celibate. and then y'all come to Blue Ridge to take a pregnancy test. Come on now, that was just so staged. I couldn't even deal with it. Okay, it was so
maybe
staged.
his sperm is that potent.
Huh?
His sperm is that potent.
Get out of here. But how did y'all say? But let me say this to you though. Then how did y'all say? Maybe they mix up scenes. How did y'all say though when she was at the house chest bumping? At that time she was pregnant, but she didn't know it. But then you gonna give me a scene where she's taking a pregnancy test. Which one is it? What happened?
It's possible that things are out of order. They shoot things out of order.
I'm holding my feet to the fire. I was wrong. I kept saying Toya mushed that pregnant lady in her face.
Yeah,
she was not pregnant. She got pregnant on her honeymoon. So it wasn't that she didn't know. It wasn't none of that. So
it was 30 days from the honeymoon till they went to Blue Ridge.
It's possible because they don't shoot every single day.
Come on, Toria. Come on, Toria. Let's right. That's what I'm saying. And then you come to Blue Ridge with the pregnancy test.
Oh, it was
you can drink or not. So
she wants to be asked back so bad, but I don't think she's going to be back.
I think she will. I think she will.
She may.
Yeah.
Listen. So, okay, you're going on a group trip. You just went in on your honeymoon. You know you guys want babies because Audra already has a son, so he's the one that wants the baby with her, right? So they trying, they doing it. So now you at a weekend trip where you guys are supposed to get tossed and you hanging around Tequila Toya. Of course you need to check and see you pregnant first or not, so that you can, for one, know to protect your baby against this lady who likes to smush you in your face, and for two, protect your baby so you don't have to drink to keep up with Toya's tequila ass.
Who else wants to speak about? I'm done with Audra. I'm done with Audra and this pregnancy test. And oh my God, we're pregnant and kissing the baby in the belly. Get out of here.
Can we also talk about the fact that Truly Original got, I guess, the special rental rate because they had the same house that Marlo had for their group trip on Housewives of Atlanta? Where they do that at? Y'all doctors, y'all can afford a better house in Blue Ridge. That's the only nice house y'all can get. Bottled water.
But the house is nice. But that was the same house?
Yes, the T.
It's the same house. It was the same house, but they don't have. It's not a whole lot of houses up there that you can rent.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but let me tell you what Buffy said.
Buffy got a whole lot to say, boy. Wow.
And Buffy's a fan. She's still watching. She's entertained. She's very entertained.
I gotta find her channel though, because
so what Buffy said was that finally Married to Medicine is now getting cash trip money like some of the other ladies. Don't do that, Curves. Don't do that, Curves.
She's saying that when she was in Mexico sipping it up with them. Like, how are you saying they didn't have money when you were on one of the trips where they went out of the country?
I don't know. Just simply wait. What was Twitter on? I'm gonna have to get on Twitter, y'all. What was Twitter on? What did Twitter say?
The house being the same one that they had in Atlanta. They're like, wait a minute, like Simone saying in Marlo's room, and it's literally like I was like, oh, they make the same houses in Blue Ridge. I was like, no, this is the actual house that they had on Atlanta for Marlo's trip to Blue Ridge. It was no different, nothing different about it.
But you know what, though? I do either way. I love the house, but here's the thing: I'm sick of them using Eugene as the chef. But Eugene can cook. He threw down on the food. Yeah. He threw down on the food. He got the lasagna, the salad, the garlic bread. Him and his wife was shading the heck out of Audra and her husband. They didn't have nothing to say. They could have did better than that. You got to rise up. You grown ups. You could have at least talked to them, but you and your wife was being shady and didn't say anything to them at all. Okay.
And not only that, Diva, why was he having an issue with Dr. Martin? I thought the men don't get in the women's business.
Ooh. You better call it, Smoke. You better call it. And how is Toya gonna sit up there and tell Jackie and Simone that she had a conversation with her first lady, that she needs to see how she hurt others so that she can receive the same healing and vulnerability? But then when they walk in the room and speak, you don't even open up your mouth and have nothing to say? That's what I be talking about with Toya. This same
Toya is a troll.
Stuff. Like she's a joke. She's a completely joke. Like
she's like so freaking entitled. Hey. So everybody needs to apologize to her not sober self, but she doesn't owe anybody anything but more mess. She needs to get with the program. I'm done with Toya's tactics. I'm done with her abusing her husband. I'm done with her halfway mothering her kids. I'm done with her no storyline except for throwing biscuits at her bookie. I'm like, she needs to pause. She needs to go regroup.
We need to replace her with Audra. Let's take her off.
Oh, y'all need to calm down. Y'all need to calm down with that. Hold on 1 minute. Tony, you are correct. She was already pregnant. This pregnancy test and we got to tell our parents before we tell them and we got to tell your son and blah, blah, blah. Whatever, Audra and Martin, you came there knowing you was pregnant. That pregnancy test, like somebody else said, was a Drew prop. Okay, you have a little prop. Audra is making mistakes, one-on-one mistakes when a new housewife comes in the building. Y'all could give Audra another chance as a friend, maybe. But go ahead. What did you want to say, Smoke?
I lost my train of thought. Y'all go ahead. It'll come back.
Well, if we can let Simone and Cecil fly with a book flop this season, if we can let Contessa fly with her storyline of Heavenly did this and Heavenly did that, then we can let Audra and Martin fly with their, pregnancy test storyline. At least they're friends of the show doing dumb stuff. We got full cast members who've been here for 9 years, still doing stupid stuff. So,
but not to that point right here.
Like Dr. Heavenly and her, I'm starting to think her apologies don't mean anything because she says these stupid, mean things, and then she comes back with this, I'm sorry, sitting there at the table telling the girl how sorry she is for what she said. She shouldn't have said it. But she just does it over and over again. I'm over her with her
all do that, Toya.
But at least she apologizes. Nobody else ever
apologized. Exactly, Royer. At least she says she's sorry. Apology has been Dr. Heavenly's middle name this season, and all of them do the exact same
she's been apologizing.
She does, and no one has uttered one apology except for Heavenly, but she's the problem because she keeps apologizing, but nobody else apologized for doing the same thing. I'm like in Crazyville. I must be.
Hold on. Wait to the reunion so I can see Dr. Heavenly get slapped.
Oh, it's not gonna happen.
She didn't get slapped. She almost got slapped.
Hold on 1 second. Black Panther said Eugene might should talk to Kandi about being a lead chef at Blaze. I mean, Eugene be cooking it. He be cooking it up. Okay, Diva.
Who said that, Diva?
Wait, Black Panthers.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Daphne said, Diva, I just got a text from Buffy. She said, your check is in the mail.
How about that?
It's interesting. Buffy has more to say off the show. She has like ultimate delayed syndrome response because delayed response syndrome because she's been off the show for 2 years and finally got something to say.
I think with that, I think she's mad that the ladies are not really responding to her, to me, because I'm looking like they're like it's mute at this point. Like we burned that bridge or we crossed it, we've gone over it. If you want to still talk about it, talk about it. But I want to go back to the point where you was making about Simone and Cecil because I watched last week's episode in that confessional when he was honestly saying like we need to go back to counseling, and Simone did that weird like laugh. I was like, y'all might be worse off than what we think, y'all. Y'all didn't fully resolve the issue with Tammy, the golfing buddy who was staying in your house for 12 days during the holidays, and she lived in Atlanta with you. So I was like, ooh, we may have a repeat of Simone and Cecil next season.
I don't like when these people take and are off the show and get these channels and do these, things, recaps about the channel. Like Teddy does that podcast about the housewives that she's no longer on, and now Buffy's doing hers where she's no longer on. They want to be on the show so bad that they're going to keep
Kelly Dodd does it
talking about it.
You're right, Toria. Kelly Dodd does it, and she's not on the show no more.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. She does it because they want to be there. They want to be there so bad.
But to the point that you made, Smoke, what what will we be bringing them back for? What more can Cecil and Simone give us other than chaos and confusion? Because that's what it's been
I think they may need to. I think they may sever their relationship on the show because the fact is Cecil's willing to have the difficult conversations, but Simone is so worried about her feelings because even I think Diva said it or Curves. I think he may have said it. I think the issue between Cecil and Simone wasn't really Tammy. It was the fact that Dr. Simone was the only one working in their house, taking care of the boys and taking care of him, and he wasn't bringing any new money, I guess, besides the severance check that he used to buy a separate house. So I feel like if she talks about that, she feels like she may emasculate him, and it may take them to a brink of where their relationship can't be repaired. But he's asking you, tell me what is going on so we can fix it, because you not telling me is keeping us in this limbo where we're not really healing.
So let me ask y'all this. If they cannot figure this out and they sever their relationship, are we going to require Simone to leave the show as it was trying to be required for Quad to leave the show?
No, I think Simone will be able to stay with the Squad.
I think they should, and I think Quad should lead the charge because Simone was very vocal about Quad not coming back.
Quad, I mean, Simone and Toya. Toya thought somebody wanted big boy Eugene. I'm like, stop. Nobody wanted Eugene that has high blood pressure issues.
She don't even want Eugene. The thing don't grow. It don't grow, y'all.
His food is good, though. His food is good.
Obviously, Toya is sexually frustrated, right? Because the first thing she said in Blue Ridge was, let's go to a nudist camp. Toya needs help.
Shock you. She's like a shock jock.
She better buy some candy toys and keep that man, because ain't nobody else gonna put up with her stuff.
Well, not only that, Tori, I think the fact is the reason why she's sexually frustrated is because Eugene ain't doing it like the trainer was doing it, allegedly.
All right now, Smoke. Listen. Don't be pulling this trainer stuff on Toya like y'all did with what's her darn name from
Gigi
Monique.
Did that.
I mean, she likes tennis, and according to the community, she's very cozy with her tennis instructor. So, and that's why she wants a tennis court on her new house. She wants a tennis court on her new house. No, she wants a tennis court on her new house. Why she want a tennis court when she had a whole big $2 million house with a pool? Why you need a private tennis court, Toya? Why can't you do the one in the community? Because she wants to make sure her sessions are private.
We just featured her house that she sold. You know, the house that they sold, but she bought, is renting the other one in the same neighborhood. We just featured her house on the Real Estate Insider, because we do houses every Friday and Sunday, and we just had her house. I never really paid attention that good to her house on the show, but that house was really a nice house.
Yeah.
No,
it really was.
Let me tell you what I truly believe. I truly believe they couldn't afford it. I don't but not for 1 second I truly also believe everything that Audra said was 100% true with the liens and the this and that. That's not far-fetched to me, because we all know when they both was in financial trouble, and Eugene had to work like 900 hours per week to pay down their tax debt. Okay. So I don't really.
Why rent a house in the same neighborhood? They're in the same neighborhood. They're exactly like.
Because they're not going to be responsible for the taxes. They're not going to be responsible for the high taxes. Then she would have a possibility to maybe she paid off some of the liens, but the money couldn't pay off all of the liens. And remember, I do believe too what Quad said before they even moved in, that she borrowed money just to put the pool in. So she was being extra from the door, even when she was talking about this 2-story closet. But Eugene is a fool. He allows her to just take them down the same winding road, the wicked path. It's like, and that's called insanity. When you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Y'all already been there, done that, where y'all couldn't pay for a house. Why would you do that again, Eugene? Are you crazy? But see, as a man, you got to put your foot down and say, woman, I'm not doing this no more. We're not moving there. We're not building a 3-story closet for what? Because then you're going to feel obligated to fill it up and buy more stuff. I'm not about to do that with you. And now this poor thing, I hope that new job he has, I hope it makes the money he wants to make or can make to keep Toya around. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be enough for her. She doesn't understand. You got a man that cooks. You got a man that loves his kids and pays attention to his kids and is trying to teach his kids something. He's teaching that boy how to cook. I'm sure he's teaching him a whole lot more too. And all you got is a bunch of complaints. Put Toya out in them streets and she will come running back to Eugene before 72 hours is up. The streets is equal. He ain't a dime a dozen. They don't often come like that. The man works. He cares for his kids. He backs you up. Because if he didn't block her, Audra would have got one off on her.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Blocked it. He blocked it. That man loves him some Toya. Okay.
She got a regular
down in Georgia. You can buy a house. You can buy a mansion down in Georgia under $1 million and with a swimming pool and everything in it. I don't know what this woman wants. She's on the wrong show.
Yeah,
she really is, because she's trying to live the lifestyles of the rich and famous, but she's got champagne tasting beer money.
Right.
You said champagne tasting beer money.
Because all of the things that you just said Eugene needs to do only works with a wife that submits. Toya tries to wear the pants and have control and spend all the money and tell him what to do. Like, she's playing all the positions, and she just really needs to keep her panties on and like know her role. You know what I'm saying? Because two are in this marriage. Let him do what he does. And she has a part too, but it's not all the parts. And then looking at him like he's crazy. He'll only be able to put his foot down with somebody that will accept that. And he already knows Toya isn't that. So he's not.
But can I tell you something, Curve?
Because the kids are in school all day long. So why don't she utilize that time to bring some coins in the house?
And this is a point I was making with you, because I was like actually watching their party that they did for their son. I was like, if Toya was really serious, she could actually be a great event planner in Atlanta based on her taste and her styles and like how she caters to that. I was like, you literally could have a part-time job where it's at your leisure, where you can bring the kind of money you want to bring, create the lavish event you like to have. So that way it is an equal household. And Eugene is basically not slaving to provide for his family because you want to have the White House on a hood rat budget.
You know what? True facts. But okay, so my big sis speaks. Thank you so much for the super chat. She said, I don't believe she like men. Just my opinion. She wants to be treated like a queen, period. You know, here's the thing. I think Toya is another one. Her and Anila are both spoiled. It's just a different level of being spoiled, but they're both spoiled rotten. But the difference with Eugene and Dr. Karen, and I could be wrong, Dr. Karen doesn't seem like the type that's going to let it go down the rabbit hole like Dr. Eugene is. Dr. Karen is not going to be owing all this money in taxes. Dr. Karen is not going to let Anila go but so far. And I think they both got their husbands wrapped around their finger. But Dr. Karen, you can tell he the type that if he had to put his foot down, he going to put his foot down and shut things down. But again, Anila is helping the household because she got a lot of that furniture for free. Where Toya and Eugene had to probably pay to get the furniture. Go ahead, Toria.
But Dr. Karen should have put his foot down and said, look, woman, you're on the internet all day. Take some cooking classes on the internet. Learn how to cook and take care of your children. We don't need to be paying Miss Gomez all this money and this, that, and the other to come back. These are our children. You're the mother. You're supposed to be a mother. That's where he should have put his foot down.
But you know what, Toria? Everybody kind of runs and mothers differently. He already spoiled her, and he already knew when he met her that she couldn't cook worth a dime, right? So, you trying to change somebody that you knew when you met them, that this is what it was. I don't really have so much a problem with that. My real problem with Toya is the financial, that she's not financially responsible and she always has the family backed in the corner when it comes to the finances, and it's insane. Anila is a brat. She can't cook, but neither can Dr. Karen. So they both need Mrs. Gomez, but I just listen, I'm okay with them having Miss Gomez. Just treat her right. That's my only problem with that. But Toya is a whole nother beast in and of itself. She don't, at least Anila seems like she appreciates Dr. Karen. Toya, I mean, the fact that every single time you turn around, she's talking something sexual, like Dr. Eugene just doesn't give her anything. What do you want from this man? Do you still love him?
You think she's just doing this for TV, to keep herself relevant on the show, and she really treats him like that in real life? You think she's really like that?
She really treats him like that in real life. There has not been a scene with Toya and Eugene where it's happily genuine, where it's like, I want to be around you, you want to be around me. It's just not, it's not fun. And I feel like we have not seen a fun side of Toya and Eugene in a long time, because Toya, for the past 3 seasons, has spent her time complaining about Eugene and what he isn't doing and why he isn't doing, and I'm not this, and no. It's just you never hear that. And granted, we've only had Anila for 2 seasons. I have yet to hear Anila complain about Karen. I have yet to hear Heavenly complain about Dr. Damon. Cecil, Simone complains about Cecil, but it's not in a disrespectful manner. Like, continuously she says some disrespectful things, but it's literally, history has shown that Toya sits and talks and complains about everything that Eugene is not doing and disrespects him. And it's just horrible that you disrespect your husband, but then expect other people to show him respect and treat him right. Just like she was saying, we're not gonna have Eugene being the chef out. Well, that's what you do to him, so it would be likewise for everybody else. Well, it seems like Toya's okay with it, so we might as well let Eugene be the chef.
I think Eugene enjoys doing it too. I really do. I think cooking is his love. And actually, see, here's the thing too. I know that he went to medical school. I know that he's a doctor, but probably if Dr. Eugene did not have to keep up with Toya and her wanting all this money, he could probably do something in cooking and probably live his best life and have a really good time. And see, so that's the thing. That's the thing with mates, right? You have to complement each other. You have to see, be like, babe, okay, because he has been crying out, y'all. We need to save Eugene, like hashtag save Eugene, because he's been crying out. I'm tired. I don't want to work in his ER. I think he could totally give up medicine and be okay with it, but I think Toya would have a problem with it. I think she would. I really feel like if he did something with cooking, yes, cooking is his escape.
Yes, I would so watch a cooking show with Eugene. I would so watch a cooking show. If he could have YouTube,
because he wasn't playing with that food. You saw him, and you saw when he was scooping that meat to put it, and he made 3 trays of lasagna. The man could cook. The man could cook.
I'll give it to him. He put me being full-blooded Italian. He put that meal together. He was precise on his equal amounts of the meat, the cheese, the sauce. I was watching him, and that salad looked good.
And I like the way, I don't know what he used to do the garlic bread, but he did his thing. Oh, Ashley said Eugene need to save himself. Well, you know what? But he can't save himself right now. We gotta help him. We gotta help him, Ashley. Hashtag save Eugene. I would. Toya better watch out. I'm trying to tell you. Eugene cookbook. Come on, we're giving him ideas.
Yes,
somebody tell that man on Twitter. And you want to know what's funny? I seen him cook more than I seen what is her name on Potomac?
Oh.
What's her name? What's her name and her husband? Chris. I seen Eugene cook more than Chris. I seen Eugene cook more than Chris. Now Chris is cooking a lot on his Instagram now. He does a lot on his Instagram. But on the show, I seen Eugene cook more than I seen Chris cook, like, ever. So yeah, Eugene needs to write a cookbook. He does. I think he would do a really good job. But go ahead. Who was gonna speak? Yeah, Toya would not want Eugene getting all the attention. She would be jealous. Toya got issues. It looked like he was using garlic butter. Yeah, he did the thing. He cooked that meal. Yeah, cooking is how he relaxes. Yes.
Look what Mel put in the chat.
What did Mel put? Wait, okay, I gotta go back to it. Oh,
I know
maybe
I do the
needs
same thing. I use cooking as an escape. Like, I've just lost my sister, so I've been cooking more this week.
Toya, and I was just going to ask.
Yeah, she passed the 26th Monday, like 8:50 in the evening. But we're gonna have a memorial for her this Sunday coming up. And I'm cooking so much food. It's gonna take me a couple days, but that's the way I can deal with it. You know what I mean? So I don't mind at all. I haven't really broke down yet because I'm trying to be strong for everybody else because her husband is like lost it. But thank you for asking. And yep, I'm getting through it because I know that she was in so much pain. We've been watching her 7 months go in and out the hospital, in and out the hospital, in and out the hospital. She'd be home for a week. The next week back in the hospital again, same issue. So it was just nothing but suffering.
My condolences. What do you mind saying, like, what did she have?
She had first she had cellulitis, and then her body kept getting ammonia going in the bloodstream, causing her liver to keep failing. So they had to keep putting her in an induced coma for like 3 or 4 days, 5 days, get all the ammonia out of her bloodstream again. Then she'd be fine. She'd be back to normal, not walking, but back to thinking and talking. Because I could always tell when ammonia was building up again, because he would, like, we'd be talking about something and then she'd bring up something like out of fantasy land or something she seen on a movie. So I knew her brain wasn't thinking correctly. And then she kept, like, when it got real bad, her skin color would turn like a grayish color. That's how you could tell the ammonia was building back up in the liver. And then it would get into the bloodstream. So they would put her to sleep, like I said, in a induced coma and keep her there for like 3, 4, 5 days, give her this medicine, it'd be gone. They'd send her home. She'd be home for like a week, maybe 2. Then the 3rd week, she was back in the hospital again, and it would do the same thing all over again. And they couldn't give us no answers why it kept happening, but it just kept happening. And this last time, they told us to go home, get her affairs in orders. There was nothing else she could do. All her kidneys and liver and everything was shutting down. She was in semi-conscious at that time. But then that Friday, when we were supposed to meet with the hospice people, they called early that morning and said, come up to hospital. She woke up. She's fine. And the ammonia was gone. And she said to her husband, get me out of this hospital. I want out of here. And so like 2 days later, they released her. And she was home for going on 3 weeks. The 3rd week, she started that same hallucinating and talking out of her head and everything again. And I could see the color changing. And I told John, something ain't right. We got to call these people back, because they had nurses coming in and out the house. But they really wasn't doing nothing. And because she was changing her own bandages on her legs herself and everything. So they really wasn't doing anything. But she still wasn't walking yet, except for like to her desk to sit down and to the bathroom, which was close to each other.
But my condolences. Oh, I'm sorry, Toya.
Then we called the hospice people that Thursday, and they came in and was like, yeah, we think this is the end this time. They gave her like 3 or 4 days. I spent that whole Sunday with her, and like she was drifting in and out sleep. But we got to say everything that we needed to say. And the next day, She was gone. And her husband said, Victoria, she wanted to come home from that hospital because she wanted to see you, because it was so many restrictions at the hospital because of COVID. Like, I
so they
mean,
still have a lot of restrictions.
oh yes, up here, because the numbers are so high. It's so bad with the restrictions up here. With the hospitals now, everywhere else like is open. People are walking around no mask, anything, but I still wear my mask everywhere because I'm of a particular age and my husband is older than me, and we can't catch anything, even though we're fully vaccinated, double boosted. Don't want to take a chance in getting it anyway.
Yeah, well,
like
Victoria, my condolences. I mean, you know, we're praying for you because I know you know, that just it's a lot. But yeah, definitely, you know, my condolences.
I use cooking as an escape, so I can understand Eugene using the cooking as an escape, because you shut out the world when you're cooking. It's like it becomes all about the food. You become one with the food, the spices and everything. It's just a different feeling when you're cooking. That's where I'm at my best, when I'm in the kitchen cooking.
There you go. And so listen, and so is Eugene. But Fifi, you always giving us the best names and everything, right? Because you said it's Chef Eugene. I know that's right. Cooking with Eugene. He got to do something because Toya is going to put him in the early grade. Like, she's just too much. Yes. She's just way too much. Okay. Yeah, cooking is therapeutic. It really is for those that love to cook. Me, you come to my house, we gonna eat now. We will eat, but we gonna eat. That's all I can say. You know, I'm gonna do my best.
Oh, Diva, you and Dr. Jackie, you can't cook neither.
Did you get your dress done yet?
Oh my God, I took my dress Saturday. And that man told me I got it there just on time. I could pick up my dress Friday at, I think he said at noon. But I have so much stuff to do on Friday, and the rehearsal dinner's on Friday. But we're gonna see if I make it to everything I need to make it to. But I don't know. I'm cutting it close, y'all.
Wait.
I'm cutting it close.
Someone said escaping Toya with Chef Eugene.
Did you go with the light or the darker? Did you go with the light or the darker silver?
I didn't pick it out yet. I'm gonna play around when I put it on with the dress and see what's good the day of. But you know what, y'all dead wrong. Escaping Toya with Chef Eugene. But listen, guys. I mean, overall, I thought it was a really good show. I cannot wait to see next week. Because it's about to go down. I'm sorry, I know all of your Audra fans, but it's giving me fake storylines. It's giving me trying too hard. It's giving me teen too much. You know, I'm not feeling her, but but you know what though? I'm here for her being a friend of the show. And I think Bravo was wrong, because maybe we could have got a whole lot. We would have saw something nice if they showed her wedding. I thought they was messy. They missed a good opportunity with that, especially if you thinking you want her to become a regular housewife. You had the opportunity to have in the catalog her wedding. So I'm hoping, and now that she's pregnant, I'm sure, because she's looking. I saw a picture. She actually looks beautiful pregnant. So now she's not going to even have her baby on the show, because her baby. The baby, she had the baby already?
I think so.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So see, now we
could be like baby shower. Yeah. A baby shower, something. You know, that makes the ratings go up, because a lot of people love a good wedding. So Bravo missed the mark on that, because a lot more people, because I ain't been watching Married to Medicine since the beginning. I didn't see the first 3 seasons, and I keep saying I'm gonna go watch them first 3 seasons.
You gotta go. It'll fill in the gaps for you.
Yep. And I want to do that, because you gotta watch Bell Collective too, Diva. You gotta watch Bell Collective. Bell Collective was getting.
Ooh, that was good.
I gotta catch up on it. I'm gonna have to go back, because everybody's telling me
about. I really like the Bell Collective.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on Bell Collective.
You know what? Oh crap! What was I getting ready to say? Dang it! Oh, okay, sorry.
They got the second part of the reunion coming up Friday.
Oh, for Bell Collective.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe I'll watch
this year, this season though, this season, Diva, they didn't have the same women that they had the first season though. And I kind of was a little disappointed in that because I really wanted to see this one lady. She was a dentist and she opened her dentist office. And I wanted to see, her be successful. Remember her?
Yes,
Remember her, Royale?
I do. Yeah, I really enjoyed her. I was hoping that they were going to bring them back again. But yeah, I think the drama was too much for them to cohesively, especially with the reunion episode. You watched the reunion, right? With the whole scandal of it all. So I think that was just too much for everybody to reconcile, to get back together to film again. And everybody had a lot going on in their marriages too. So it was kind of like, did they not choose to sign up? So it's a group of successful women who came together to try to help build up each other and build up their community. But, drama has its best way, and really...
So listen, I may catch up with it, but I have to say this before I go around for closing remarks. I'm gonna have to say this. I hope you heard that Kandi is getting paid to come back next season. Okay, Kandi Burruss got her money. For all of y'all that feel that she's so boring, that she had to go. Kandi got a renewal of her contract and she's getting those dollars, okay? Give it up for Kandi Burruss. I'm sorry, people. She's going to come back and she's getting her money. Yeah.
Diva, she needs to cut part of her check to Marlo then, because Marlo had to reawaken her after almost 6 seasons of slumber in order for her to collect that check. So she need to give Marlo some of that dues. Pay Marlo her money.
It might not be no show to pay her because if they don't, this season was so boring. It really was a boring season.
Well, anyway, Kandi is a boss. Come on, people, come through. Kandi's getting hers. I'm trying to tell you, yes, Kandi deserves it. I'm just trying to tell y'all need to give it up for Kandi and stop hating on Kandi. And Marlo didn't do nothing.
Yes, she
Marlo
did.
Go see that play.
Diva,
I want to go see that play that's in New York. That Kandi,
the piano lesson.
Yes, they're getting great reviews, and she's got some high profile stars in that. I want to see that.
But not only that, Diva, but here's the reason why we are so strict on Kandi is basically the Kyle of Housewives of Atlanta. She's kind of just there taking up space. Granted, she could be a good friend of the show. I wouldn't mind her being a friend of the show, but as far as a main housewife, her glory days are behind her. Well, technically not her glory days, because she had to thank Mama Joyce for making her more interesting in season 5 and 7. She was her storyline.
Ruth, come through, Ruth. Kandi is worldwide.
Come on,
Thank you, Ruth.
Let's do it, Ruth.
Keep her off the show.
Can I say this to Boyer and all the heavenly angels out there?
We're here.
Dr. Heavenly did some video because now she's trying to sell merchandise and t-shirts with climate tree and all that. Stop.
Because I got my t-shirt and it's on its way. I already got it.
Oh my God.
Oh,
no. Tree, bitch. But
one thing I'll say about her, she puts all her castmate stuff in her store.
She does.
She does promote all of them. So kind
you know why she promotes them, so she have allies, so they will be on her side, and she could go around the show acting a fool and nobody say nothing to her. According to Buffy. Okay?
Messy. Buffy just mad because she's not offering her services in her store, whatever that may be. But anyways, I remember what I was gonna say. That has always been my number one issue with Bravo. I feel like they have always put Married to Medicine low on the totem pole when it comes to priority. They need better advertising. They need better timing, because they have been giving it for 9 seasons on this basic low budget. With Housewives, we've been giving them the most, and it is just dwindling down. So,
you know what? I agree with you on that. Because when I'm watching other channels, I'll see Atlanta advertised. I'll see Potomac. Like now they're running Potomac and Salt Lake City, just showing them every other commercial. But I never see nothing about Married to Medicine. You're right.
They
You're
run
right.
Married to Medicine like a month before it comes out, literally.
Right. I think Housewives is the baby, like any given Housewife franchise is like the baby. And Married to Medicine, the only Married to Medicine that is holding on is there. Because remember they tried Married to Medicine at LA and it flopped it flopped. So they're not giving Married to Medicine its true respect. I will say that. And it is definitely one.
They promote that them boat ones on all the other channels. And I don't watch none of them below decks. I don't watch none of that stuff. And I don't watch no Summer House, Winter House. I don't want to see a bunch of white drunks.
Okay, so
people getting drunk.
Hail to the north, to the north.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Y'all see, Sebastian's in the building. Sebastian, what do you want to say before I close out?
I'm sorry, I had to jump up here. I was not planning on to, but I had to because I need to gather some of y'all.
Oh, don't come in here with no nonsense.
Okay.
Oh, no, it was aimed at you, Tori. He was trying to come at me. Come at me, little boy.
Okay, first of all, Buffy needs to go figure out her business before she talks about the Married to Medicine women. Okay?
Period.
And Simone is to blame for all of that situation. First of all, and Dr. Jackie did not break HIPAA because she was not Buffy's doctor. That was Simone who was. She did not break HIPAA at all. Third of all, that season is the season I got mad because I don't like to see Dr. Jackie mad. When Dr. Jackie's mad, you know something's up. All these women were plotting up against her. As Dr. Heavenly said, whenever Dr. Jackie's mad, I'm mad too. And
Sebastian, hold on, Sebastian. So you're doing a speech in front of many people, right? And you just say, "Oh yeah, so Buffy's she's infertile. She's not fertile. She can't no kid."
That's not how it went.
How did it go, Sebastian?
Okay, Dr. Jackie, but was talking about her story, how like chemotherapy has sterilized her and everything. And then Buffy and the others were making a little side chit chat over there. And Dr. Jackie was just like, Buffy, you could relate to this. You're infertile. That's how it went.
That's still kind of
shocking. Even worse.
Let's not do that.
Was wrong. That was wrong.
It was wrong. It was wrong, but Dr. Jackie has apologized more than I can count on my fingers. So y'all need to stop with this nonsense that she's
who is y'all?
Was that, and she was running around the whole season talking about how she couldn't have kids and how she was so upset about it. So it was not like it was this big old secret that nobody knew about. Like, okay, granted, maybe across the room everybody didn't know about it, but the core group know about it, girl. Like, come on, like it was tried. It was giving.
And Simone is at fault that whole time. Simone is always at fault that whole time, and she did not stand for Dr. Jackie. That's
never.
Never. Oh my God! Was he watching the same show?
Yes, I was watching the same
Simone
show.
Stood up for Jackie every time that Buffy came for her.
No, she didn't.
Listen. No, hold on now. When you have two friends, and listen, at the end of the day, y'all have to admit what Dr. Jackie did was just wrong. Okay, you could like Dr. Jackie. Yeah, it was wrong. Okay, wrong. And then everybody wanted to be Team Jackie, and they was jumping on Buffy, telling Buffy to pretty much get over it. But that's something very traumatic when you trying to have a baby and you can't. And then for Dr. Heavenly to tell Buffy, yeah, your uterus doesn't work. Like, come on now, that's me.
Okay,
that's me.
Dr. Heavenly was mad because all these women, all of them were just gathering up on Dr. Jackie, disrespecting Dr. Jackie. And then that was the season I never saw Dr. Jackie roll her neck. And that was the season she was rolling her neck. She was saying, I've apologized too many times. I was sad.
Buffy was attacking Heavenly as well that whole season as well. Every time you turn around, she got something negative to say about Heavenly, or I don't like Heavenly, and da-da-da. Well, then stop talking to Heavenly. Stop.
That's because Mariah was in her back, giving her the battery, so Buffy was feeling empowered to say and do whatever.
Yeah,
so
so
another reason why you didn't need to be on the show, because we don't need nobody else telling somebody else what to do. That's
wow.
I'm tired of Buffy. Buffy needs to go sit down and figure out what she's doing with her life, except do not talk about the show.
Yes, Destiny, yes. Dr. Jackie is nice nasty. Dr. Jackie is nice nasty. Point blank, period. She tries to act like Dr. Jackie tries to act like she's so above it all. But once she doesn't like something or something's not going her way, she gets nice nasty.
Well, I
100%.
Well, the way Heavenly explained it.
I like nice and nasty. I like nice and nasty. The only two queens on that show is Heavenly and Jackie. Those are the queens of that show. Heavenly and Jackie.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute now. See, what we're not going to do is discount the other ladies like they don't bring nothing to the show. I'm going to give it to Simone. She is a valuable asset. Quad is a valuable asset. Even if we don't like Toya sometimes, Toya is a valuable asset. They work better as an ensemble, which is why this show is as strong as it is. Because I think it's majority of the original members are still there, kind of like Potomac.
Yeah, majority of the original members are there. But the thing is,
see, a lot of people
getting married.
A lot of people, wait, hold on one second. A lot of people are agreeing though that Dr. Jackie is nice nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely is. She definitely is nice nasty.
I think Heavenly explained it best. Jackie is the type of person that, she's good with you until you bring her a problem, or until she has a problem with you. But she's never going to express her issue to you. Like, it's just going to be like, hey, girl, how you doing? She never brings up the issue.
Yeah,
Sebastian got blood.
No, I'm not diabetic.
Have you eaten, Sebastian? You feeling okay? You feeling okay?
I was very busy. I probably have drank in 2 5-hour energy things.
Ooh.
Well, that's even worse.
Don't mess with that stuff,
please. I'm very tired.
Please don't mess with that stuff. Please don't mess with that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff is messy. Okay, so listen, guys. It was a good show. I can't wait to see next week. I am doing what is that darn show? Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't know if any of y'all watching that. I don't know if I am. Yeah. I'm watching that. I'll probably do that tomorrow because since Atlanta is off, I have a free spot open tomorrow. So I'll probably go ahead and do all 3 episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville tomorrow. And then I want to say next week, that's when we about to get down because Potomac is back in the building, okay?
Yeah, but next week is going to be the fight on Huntsville, and I've been waiting for that. We all
have, right? And I will say this real quick about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I do think it's sad. Listen, I don't want them to get back together, but I do think it's so sad what what's the name? Darn it. Not Wanda, Martell and Melody are going through. They were such a beautiful family. The moment they had when she went to his house, they pretty much told him what Miss Wanda was saying about the kids. And the fact that they was able to go on vacation together for the kids, that is true co-parenting. I hated that they had to break up. I hated that he was messy in the streets. And you see, he is missing marriage. He is missing being married.
He been missing her.
I don't care what nobody say. He wants Mel back. I don't care what nobody say. He wants Mel back.
He wants him back too. Mel wants him back, but she does not want to portray on this show.
Well, no, you know what I also don't think she wants? She doesn't want the mess.
The foolishness,
the foolishness. She wants back the man that she thought she once knew, who was faithful, who was dedicated, who they was building a whole empire together. And then you got some chick, but don't get me down that path right now, that wanted to come into their marriage. And you see at the end of the day, he ain't even with you. The side chick, most of them, you always going to be a side chick and your time is always going to come. Ask Neo's ex-wife. She thought she was better than the woman he was with at the time. You was the side chick and now you left in the street with your kids and he don't even want to give you a dime.
Ooh, he don't want to give her nothing.
Go here right now because y'all going to get me worked up with that. Side chicks need to stop it. And I'm not saying that the man is not participating in this situation, but Be, you know what we got to do here is be a community. What it was is take a village. Be part of the village. If that man is married, tell him to go back to his home and his wife. What do you want to do with that man?
Not a continuation of the problem.
And that come on, Roy. Here. I'm trying to tell you. Send them back. Why? My thing is, I can't get it. Like, why would you want a man that you know is being that dirty and doggish to the person he is living with in his house, and you really think that that's never going to come back to you? Like, I'm confused about that.
I have spoken to side chicks before, Diva. When I used to work at this hospital, and we would have these discussions, and I asked them that question: why do you want a married man? And I always would get the same answer: because I can do what I want to do. I can see him when I want to see him. I can, of course, have sex when I want to have sex. And I don't have none of the headaches. I ain't got that piece of paper. Let her deal with that. And I'm like, you can do that just by getting a regular old boyfriend. See him whenever you want. Have sex whenever you want, and still don't get married and have the responsibility. You ain't got to get somebody else's man. I don't believe in that whatsoever. I always think if you and your partner no longer are getting along, talk to each other, and if you can't work it out, go your separate ways, but don't bring nobody else into your marriage. Don't do it.
Well, a lot of people, they don't want to leave until they make sure they have something else, right? And sometimes both parties in a relationship, they know that it's going wrong, but neither one want to be the first to say goodbye. But all I'm saying is there are some chicks that clearly know. There's some people that clearly know that this person is in another relationship, and they get in the mix of it. And for all of them side chicks out there, you're going to get what's coming to you. But that's just my thought process.
Can I say
you're going to get what you're going to get? Yes, you can, Sebastian. And don't get us down no wicked path, Sebastian, because we got to go. But go ahead.
Okay, I want to sound off on Anila and Ms. Gomez coming back first. Ms. Gomez was overworked and underpaid. I said this all season long. Overworked and underpaid.
I believe that.
You mean to tell me she had family issues and they all resolved themselves in just 3 months?
I'm trying to tell you.
It's possible. It's possible.
I'm trying to tell you, Sebastian.
I think that big check that they wrote her made them problems go away, because I think it had something to do with that. And they gave that woman they gave her a lot of money to come back. And they even was saying she can have our bedroom. Did you hear them saying she can have our bedroom?
Yes, I did. I felt
Make
like
that baby his
they was
pinto
treating
beans.
her right. I felt like they wasn't giving her due respect. And I felt like, because those kids, you could tell they truly loved and miss Miss Gomez, okay? And guess what? I miss Miss Gomez too, okay? And I want some of those pinto beans. And I'm going to get on Twitter just because I want to tweet Andy and say, Miss Gomez needs to, but the reunion is already happening, right? Because Miss Gomez needed to be at the reunion, point blank, period. I wanted her to have 5 minutes on that couch. Yes.
Is there a reason why they filmed the reunion before the season finale rather than after, so that we can pick up on everything and clear it out in that one setting? Is there a reason why they filmed?
Yes, there is a reason why. There is a reason why. The main reason they do that is to do editing while we're watching everything that plays out. It takes a while to edit and cut some scenes. That's the problem. I wish this reality show, everything was live. I wish we saw
the reunion would be popping if they were taking live tweet questions. Could you imagine?
That's how a reality show should be. Because when
y'all need to tweet that. I'm not on Twitter. Y'all need to tweet that to Andy. If you're going to give us the real, give us the real.
But Andy needs to retire, honestly. I think
he does.
He's run his space as far as like being the co-host. I would like to see like a Nina Parker or a Funky Dineva kind of take the reins on some of these shows and like lead it, because they'll ask the questions that we want to know.
I think we need to ask some of our favorite celebrity messy people to come and host these shows, because I really enjoy when Nicki Minaj came to Potomac last year.
We're going to have to think about that. That's a good question that we need to think about. But see, it has to be somebody that is able to be neutral and not get in bed and be in bed with the people. You understand what I'm saying?
Oprah.
You have to be able to be neutral. Andy is not even neutral. When he has his favorites, he's going to save you. He saved Marlo. He gave Marlo a chance to explain her bad behavior and get her life together. And you know what? I like Funky Dineva too, but the thing is, very biased. So you would have to get somebody that's neutral.
Now he loves Dr. Heavenly. Right. Funky Dineva loves Dr. Heavenly.
Yeah, he's biased.
Who doesn't love Dr. Heavenly?
Get out of here, Sebastian. Come on, Gloria. Me and you both. Keisha Knight Pullum, she can't handle that. She can't handle that.
What about Claudia Jordan?
Oh, who?
Claudia Jordan.
She would be able to do it.
Not bad feet, Jordan. She got not bad feet, Jordan.
She might be able to do it, but you definitely need somebody who's not going to be afraid to ask each and every one of the castmates the hard questions. My big sis piece, Mama D. No, she's too messy herself and too controversial. But we would really have to think about it. But it's somebody that they would have to have the
Jason
gut.
Lee.
Get out of here. Jason Lee is biased too. He have his faves. You gotta really be able to, no matter who your favorite is, to be neutral. I think Claudia would be able to do it. But before we give it over to somebody fully, they would have to do a trial period, right? And because, like I said, Nicki Minaj, I thought that was a joke last season when she did Potomac. It was a joke. It didn't give me nothing. It didn't give me no.
The barbs are gonna come for you. The barbs are gonna come for you.
It was foolery to me. You see, y'all playing games. I think Carlos King is messy too, and he has his favorites. Egypt might be able to do it.
Sherry Shepherd.
Oh hell no! Listen, I'm trying to watch it.
I think it would be fun if Sherry did it.
Now we want to watch. I want to watch the reunion. I do want to watch the reunion, but I can't do it if Sherry's on there. Don't even try.
Listen. Right. That Panthers, you better stop with Wendy Williams. First, we got to get Wendy Williams better. Get out of here. She can't host nothing right now.
She can't.
LaToya Jackson.
About her.
Y'all better stop. LaToya Jackson. I agree. Claudia could do it. Yeah. Claudia could do it. Go ahead.
She could do it though. I said something one day on her one of her lives on Fox, the Fox show she does. And she called me out, and me and her went back and forth for a long time about it. But then we made peace. But we went back and forth because I said something about her messiness when she was on the show, and she was messy.
She was a little messy. Oh, Vivica Fox. Somebody said Vivica Fox. Somebody said Niecy Nash. I could see that.
Oh, I could see that too. Yeah, Vivica.
Yeah. Wait. Q and Quiet said Martell and Mel belong together and they will be together once again. Just watch. Hopefully though, I wonder though if Martell has truly learned a lesson. That's my issue with him, right? No. It doesn't seem like it.
No, not if he's messing around with Sheree.
I think he has hurt Mel too much.
Yeah,
I think she sees him for who he is. And now this is just me. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose nobody. But I think Martell is sick. There is a sickness that's going on because for you to steal, you still hear stuff about him messing around with certain people and things like that. It's just like a continuation. And granted, he's single. But you would think, the way that he still even says that he loves his wife and wants to show her that affection, but then you still out here doing the stuff you do and you're not living an example of what you want to be. You're still being who you have been shown to be. So Mel's not
right. I will say this. I agree with you, and I will say this. He's a good dad, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
he's a good dad.
Just like Ralph.
Yeah. He's a good dad, and that I will give to him, right? Because he really seems like he keeps the kids in order. I don't know if it's for show, if it's for real, but you see him trying to do the hair. The kids look well rounded. Like he's not it seems like they're not playing the kids in the mix.
What you doing, Smoke, making all that noise?
Oh, sorry, I got my pinto beans from Uber Eats. Sorry.
But you know what, Diva? You turned me on. You and Smoke. Y'all turned me on to the Sherry Show. I watched her the other day with Niecy Nash, and oh my God, I just went up. Like, I've been tuned.
That's the show that Diva and Smoke was at.
That's where we were at.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
We were there. We were there.
Oh, guys, I have news for you guys.
When she came out on that cake, I said, "Oh, it's gonna be a show."
Oh, it was
it's about to
fun.
be a show.
That segment was hilarious.
Tyra Banks was on there today. That was a good show too.
Tyra Banks in that wig was not working. Tyra Banks, that wig and that outfit was not working. And Tyra Banks, you're an ex-supermodel. I mean, come on, pull it together, girlfriend. And I'm rooting for her, but she's missing me every time. That wig was too much. It seemed like it was sitting on the. Come on, Tyra. But let me tell you this: Niecy Nash and her husband, or she intertwined
her husband. Her
husband. She intertwined the both. She called wife and then she said her husband. But I will say this: they are really a cute couple.
They are.
They really
are.
They
and
really,
she's
really
genuinely
are.
happy.
You felt
she is
the
really
love.
happy.
Yes, she is. You felt the love in the studio with them there. So they're really cute. And listen, the husband, the wife, she's not. I thought she seemed like now when I say big, I don't mean like in weight. I mean taller.
She's
like
short. She's smaller.
She's small, right?
Yeah, she's short.
Yeah, in the pictures, she seemed like she's not as small, but the wife is tiny.
Yeah, but she cute though. She cute.
She is cute. She cute. They was cute together. They was cute together.
But the ratings is still really, really bad. And if she don't get it together, it's not going to be no more Sherry Show.
Well, her ratings are good in New York. She's the #1 talk show in New York. So
that's about it.
It's a start. I'm giving Sherry a good 7, maybe 10 seasons. I think she can stay on. Yes, Sebastian, gack on that.
Wait, did y'all watch Dancing with the Stars? I haven't been watching Dancing with the Stars because I'm telling you, I don't want
Disney
Tyra to do a job. But I don't think she's a good fit for Dancing with the Stars. I don't, but that's me. So I haven't been watching it. But
can I say something?
Yes, of course you can, Sebastian.
Okay. I've been watching the Jennifer Hudson show. And I like it. I like the Jennifer Hudson show. I like the Jennifer Hudson show. Don't make that face. I like the Jennifer Hudson show.
But she's got to stop singing after every show.
That's the only issue I have with her. The singing needs to stop. But she's doing a good job. She does good on daytime.
Yeah, I like
it. Take some notes from her.
Sebastian, because I'm older than you and I've been watching daytime TV for a long time. Yep. She's doing okay. And she's another one. She needs a stylist to come in. Her dressing is horrible. It's tragic. It's horrific. Okay. Now Sherry Shepherd, they dressing her.
Hers is good. She has good stylist.
They're dressing her over there. Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Tea, though. That's the only
she got Wendy's team. That's why.
I don't think she has Wendy's team.
No, this is her own team.
She got her own
Morel
team.
is gone. He was the only one that was from her original team. He's gone.
Yeah, no, she got her own team. Now they dressing. Yeah, I think RuPaul could probably do the reunions. Yeah, they dressing Sherry, but Jennifer, no, not even her hair. Like today, she had her hair pulled back. Today, first of all, Jennifer is not that old, right? Jennifer looked like she was going to church today. She had on these boots that wasn't even sexy. She had on this 3/4 length skirt. She was giving me nothing over the TV.
And giving me Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, there you go. It's not good. It's not cute. She needs a new stylist because she's young. She can look better than that. And listen, stop trying to style Jennifer's hair. Just throw a wig on her like they do everybody else and keep it moving. Because you're going to give us some oomph with a wig.
I really feel like they're trying to make her the next Oprah of this generation. That's what I really feel.
Yeah.
I really feel like
Jennifer's being
and they need to stop that because none of these girls is going to be the next Oprah or the next Wendy. They're going to be themselves. We don't want them to be like that anyway. Nobody can do what Oprah did. for her time, and nobody can do what Wendy did for her time. They need to get find their own little niche and nail it. But Sherry, I just don't like Sherry, and there's nothing that anybody can do to change my mind. I just don't like the person Sherry. That's what it is. I can't separate her from my feelings. I can't watch
But you
her.
can separate Wendy Williams being shady and tearing families apart just for the sake of being Wendy.
No, I love Wendy, but Wendy ain't tear nobody apart.
Wendy basically Wendy outed the fact that Method Man's wife had cancer that no family didn't know. She talked a lot of crap about Beyonce and Jay-Z. She talked a lot of crap about wait, Sebastian. I'm gonna get to you next.
To talk about everybody.
But even still, so you can't sit here and be like, I don't like Sherry because of the person, but then praise Wendy, and she wasn't that much of an upgrade either. The line was not that high. If anything, her and Sherry are on the same level.
Oh no! Don't you put Wendy on the same level as Sherry. Oh,
I did. I said it. What you gonna do about it?
No.
The thing is though, what you heard about Sherry is kind of one-sided, right? We need to kind of hear the whole story. And two, I'm gonna honestly say this again. When we was,
I heard Sherry's story. I heard her husband's story. I heard the surrogate story. And I heard Barbara Walters' version, and then I took pieces from each one of their stories and put it together and came up with my own opinion.
There you go. But let me just say this. When you actually see Sherry in person, Sherry pulled the Marlo, giving the kids back. No, thank you. I cannot. Fifi is connecting with you, Toria. Fifi is connecting with you. And Fifi is so messy. I cannot right now. Wendy was the worst. Okay, all I can say is this. In person, her personality was everything.
Yes.
She was fun. And you felt it, and it was genuine. And for that reason alone, I'm going to give her a chance. Now I am going to get tickets. I guess I got to hurry up before. When? Oh, well, you know what? This is Smoke. When I go again, you're going to come with me. But I'm talking about this darn. I'm going to get tickets to that darn piano lesson.
When you trying to go?
We're gonna have to figure it out because we don't want it to leave Broadway. We got to do assignments. Me and you, we're gonna be on assignments, and we still got to go find Kenya Moore here.
Kenya Moore here.
I found Kenya Moore.
Let me tell you,
Kaleidoscope. Y'all surfing and y'all drugs.
The Brat's wife Judy, Kaleidoscope. I done seen that everywhere. CVS, Walmart, Sally's, everywhere. Kaleidoscope is everywhere up here in PA. But I still ain't seen Kenya's.
I saw Kenya's.
Where?
Take a picture, Sebastian, and send it to me.
Syracuse, New York. I saw Kenya's.
Syracuse, New York, where there are hardly any black people.
Upstate,
yes.
Upstate. But many black people in Syracuse.
Sebastian, send a picture to me when you go back and see it again.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
I even got my daughter that lives in Buffalo to look for it up there, and it wasn't up there.
Oh, she's tall at heels.
In North Carolina. It's not in North Carolina either.
Since she was like literally like at my height when I met her at the Sherry show, I was like, "Where's D? Where's he?" I was like, and she had on like the sexy heels. I'm like, you do realize we have to walk to CVS in New York, but she ain't caring. Luckily, it was raining. That's
and it was raining. And I put on my heels. You know, you got to do what you do when you go out. You know what I'm saying? When you roam in the streets, you got to do what you do. Okay.
I'm not sure Matthew would appreciate your baby daddy seeing you being all fine in the streets like that for someone to see.
So they put us in the back though. But let me tell you this. I will say this: when you go to these talk shows, you gotta wear bright colors because that's who they really want in the front. And you know, I'm the queen of black. Like my darnie and my whole wardrobe is black. So, but you do gotta wear. If you wear bright colors, then you will get put like more in the front. But we still have fun where we was at because then nobody was behind us. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we have to. Yeah, Leslie, I with no shoes on. I'm 5 feet. But you see, Marco was next to us in one of those pictures, and I don't know how tall he is.
He's like 76.
Yeah, he's a tall guy. But
I always thought he was sexy.
He is. In person, he is.
He is.
Ooh.
And he's cool. He's another one with a really, really nice personality.
Yeah.
And DJ Sus One had a nice personality too, because I was like,
that music was everything though. He had a good playlist.
He had a good playlist. And then we was like, we're gonna walk down the stairs and see if he'll take a picture with us. And he was like, sure. He was like, sure. They're all really, really
Cool.
Diva, did you wait in a
really
line?
nice.
Did you wait in a line to get in?
No, we didn't.
Oh, exactly. That explains itself.
No. Let me tell you why. Sebastian. We didn't, because everybody came to the next show that had Tyler Perry. And we actually could have waited and got in, but we went to eat and we already had a good time. And we already had a good time in the show before that. So everybody, instead of going, and the show we went to was 8:00 in the morning. Yeah. That's not for the faint at heart, okay? Because we had to be there at 8:00. So that means if you going there, depending upon where you coming from, you're going to have to get up really early to get there. Right. So the second show is the show that was jam-packed because everybody was waiting to see Tyler Perry. But we really had a good time because we kind of was part of two shows. Mm-hmm. We saw our show, and then Niecy Nash was there they taped her for a show that was coming on another day. So we actually was part of two shows, okay? Mm-hmm. So we had a good time, all right? Sherry Shepherd is nice. We're going to go back again, and we're going to go find Kenya Moore hair care. Point blank, period. Support the sister. Support. Thank you.
Support the edge control. Support the edge control.
Yes,
the moment.
We're closing out. Okay. And when I go see this piano lesson or try to get tickets, if somebody want to meet us there, you meet us there. We go have a good time at the piano lesson, okay? Yeah. Sebastian, what are your final words?
My final words on this whole Married to Medicine debacle. First of all, Toya, you know your friend Carmita did that thing at Toya's at Anila's house. you know Carmita did that. Calm down, Toya. Admit it. You knew Carmita did that. You didn't do it, but you know damn well Carmita did. Allegedly. Second of all, I need Audra, now that she's pregnant, to calm down. Don't buck up to people. Well, technically Toya bucked up first, but she just bucked up harder. But don't do that no more. You got a baby. That's very important. That's a whole second life that's involved. You need to be very calm. Mm-hmm. Third of all, Dr. Eugene, medicine is not for you. Medicine is not for you. You need to take your talents to the Food Network.
Okay.
Medicine is not.
I think he would really do well, and y'all need to tweet that. I'm not on Twitter. Y'all need to tweet that. I think he really would do well with that. And Veronica, you saw us on the back row. We tried. I wonder if you really seen Smoke when what's his name?
Donnie Osmond.
When Donnie Osmond, he came by, he spinned around to everybody. He was cool too.
Yeah,
he did. He was really cool too. But go ahead, Sebastian.
Yes. Eugene needs to take himself to the Food Network. Toya needs to find something to up their net worth because the lanes are just a lot. Dr. Jackie, I don't like how the groups are split into two. Like, Jackie, you got to be all downstairs. If you're with Simone, you got to be up there. That explains everything. That just correlates the whole thing that happened season 7 with Buffy, who was team Jackie and who was team Buffy and Simone. That's how it explained everything. I'm tired of seeing Curtis look at Jackie like she's nothing, like she's not valuable. I want Curtis to look at that woman and said, yes, that is my woman, no matter what she has, no matter how she does her business, no matter how much time she spends outside or in the home. Curtis needs to look at that woman and be proud because she's the one who got the money that's putting food on the table.
Probably put his daughter through college.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. But wait, you got a connection, Sebastian, for the first time ever. Black Panther says must be delusional. I just agree with 98.9% of what Sebastian is saying.
I didn't want to be controversial today.
The Black Panthers, check your temperature. Make sure you're good. Toria, what are your final words?
I just can't wait till next week.
Yeah.
I really can't wait till next week to see what's going to happen, because I know something going down.
Something going down, but you know what? You better give this to Dr. Anila and Dr. Karen. They ain't no punks.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't no punks. They hanging in there with the crew. Yeah, they ain't they though. They are definitely the MVPs of this season, and they are wholeheartedly a great addition to the show because they ain't punking out. Anila want to know. So y'all thought this was a setup? That's what y'all thought?
And they sure know how to pull a good prank on somebody. Wearing them coming with that moving shit. They had the best
Halloween outfit,
holiday outfit, because that was no matter if you couldn't get mad at all. You just had to laugh about it. It was really good. Thinking and moving parts to get. They had the little name tags on the shirts. I still keep laughing about that.
Wait. Sid, what are you talking about? He's got a peg leg.
He walks like he does. I know what she's saying. I saw the visual because he walks like he has a peg leg, being so tall.
Listen, you know what, Adrian? Yeah, Niecy was her friend. Now I will say this. I didn't like today. She talked about the Jeffrey Dahmer, and it was awkward because
yikes.
It wasn't good what she did with Jeffrey Dahmer. But listen, everybody can't be 100% on point all the time.
At what time does she come on?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
I have other things that they're more important than that.
Whatever, Sebastian, I ain't fooling with you.
We know, Sebastian, are you still butting your head in people's business?
No,
Diva, ask Perry. Ask Perry about that lady that was Sebastian. Ask Perry about that lady that was on his party Saturday night that went to the party upstairs from Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment. And he was telling them to cut the music down. Ask Perry about that diva.
You had her on your show, Vernita.
She was on Perry's show Saturday night when he does his Saturday night parties.
Oh, but she came on the end of our show. She pretty much told us everything too. She ain't no joke.
Mm-hmm.
She had a lot of info. Mm-hmm. She had a lot of info. But wait a minute. You said Adiva, Indians are not afraid of black folks. You know what though? But what is Mariah's husband name?
He's Bangladeshi.
No, it's Mariah. Aiden. Yes, thank you.
Aiden. Aiden used to speak up, but you know what though? This Dr. Karen, he a different breed. He different. And listen, I don't want my neighborhood is mixed with everything. But Dr. Karen, he get down with the get down, okay? He said no, we going with something. He said it's gonna be something gonna go down in Blue Ridge, okay?
We got a problem.
He's like, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Dr. Karen ain't backing down. I like those two, okay? And like he said with Dr. Eugene, he said, I thought it was funny. So what? I thought it was funny.
He's gonna be like Audra with Eugene.
Diva, did you?
No, first he gonna buck up. But yes, okay. I'm sorry.
Heavenly a B. Someone called one of the husbands called Heavenly a B at the reunion.
Now, see, that's not cool. No, that's not cool.
Now Dr. Damon wasn't there because that wouldn't have been happening.
Oh, he wasn't there?
He doesn't usually come to the reunions as much. Like he'll come one reunion and then be.
You know what? You're right. No, see you know what though? That right there is not cool. So we gotta see what went down with that. That's not cool. Smoke. What are your final words?
I love this episode. I love the ladies. I'm gonna say this again. Toya's friend Baby D orchestrated the whole thing on Anila's to continue the part 2 of that fight they had that we didn't get to see. I think Carrie should have been a main cast member because that whole throwing the drinks with Heavenly that they cut out and kind of just threw into a montage. I was like, Carrie's been giving it as a friend of. I was like, she should get her stethoscope back as a housewife.
She can't.
Medicine wife. Why?
Because she technically lives in Aspen and Atlanta. She's not stable.
What does it have to do?
Well. First of all, stable. She got 2 homes. She's just, she's just got 2 homes. But wait. But can I tell you something? Sebastian? And listen, we got to go, so I got to close this thing out. But can I tell you something? Buffy said the only one that truly lives in town is Dr. Contessa. Okay.
Yeah, because she can't afford the suburbs.
But no. Dr. Contessa, no, you got it wrong, Sebastian. Dr. Contessa, according to Buffy, actually lives in one of the most expensive areas where all the other ladies live in the outskirts. So no. But go ahead and that's why he said it's going to be a reckoning. Okay. He said it's going to be problems, but it's going to be a showdown because you don't accuse us of staging our own robbery. He got words for these people, and I'm here for it. But go ahead, finish your smoke, and then I'm gonna go to Red.
I'm looking forward to the next episode, of course, to see how it all goes down, because that's when they have their little sit down to have their honest conversation, and that's when all hell's gonna break loose. I'm honestly just trying to get to the reunion because I want to see what that's gonna look like and who's gonna be popping off at who.
I'm ready for it too. Roya, what's your final words?
Well, like Smoke said, this was a great episode. Love the ladies, love the show. I want Bravo to promote Married to Medicine better. Give us bigger, give us grander. We deserve it. We've been pushing this thing for 9 seasons on this low budget, so let's go. True. Pay these girls some real money, and maybe we can get some more realness out of them. But anyway, we enjoyed the opening of the show, seeing Dr. Heavenly and Alora together working at the store. She done told Dr. Heavenly, get off the clock, go home, because you're messing stuff up. It was great to have Miss Gomez back. So hopefully Miss Gomez will be back next season and we can have some more laughs and kikis with Miss Gomez. Diva, I am kind of missing Anila's mom now. I am like,
I'm was giving life, honey. I'm giving life. When Toya came over and said, Anila was talking about me sleeping around, she was like, Anila, you don't do
that. Well, Toya shouldn't be sleeping around, allegedly.
OMG. Okay. But listen,
I'm gonna say good night, y'all. I love y'all.
Love you too, Toya. Again, my condolences, and I'll see you next time. Listen, guys, thank you so much.
It was really fun. We had a great time. I'm ready for next week.
Yes.
And everybody remember to subscribe. And turn on that notification bell for Diva and hit that join button. I'm gonna hit the join button once I get off Diva. I gotta go get my card.
Okay. Again, thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. And Wednesday is Wednesday. We're gonna see what happens, but we'll talk soon. Thanks. Good night. Bye.
Y'all.